Welcome back to the channel, Outriders. Today we have another legendary showcase. This is the Landlubber. And the legendary Minefield is an interesting perk. I'm gonna be honest, it's very lackluster. I think it's cool that, Landlubber, I think somebody that's just afraid of the sea or doesn't frequent the sea. And then we have mines and sea and mines and not a good mod. Honestly, it takes some time to detonate. I could shoot some enemies, and there's too much downtime between when they detonate. Plus, they don't hit very hard on their own. I'm not a fan. I don't think it's a great job for clearing. It's cool. It's flashy. It definitely fits with the vibe, but I don't know, man. The gun looks great, right? I feel like Jack Sparrow would use this in MW2 S&D lobbies, but that's about as far as it goes. I do know that as I play more and more with some of these sniper rifles, I fall further and further in love with them, and I realize why are not more people using these things. Like, they are very good for DPS, they're good for solo, they're not fast for clear, which is understandable for why people are probably not using them, but in a group setting, they could be extremely promising with the right mods on them. So, if you are going to use this thing, I don't think the mine perk is very good at all. I don't really remember the secondary perk, honestly, but I would take it over the mine one personally. And I think it's an explosion on contact, a shot one. Again, I don't see this legendary be usable. I think this is an insta dismantle, and then even further, I do not think the mod is viable either for the tier 3 with that legendary Minefield. It's just, this is just one of those bad ones. Sometimes you come across them, sometimes at least the guns are bad, and maybe the mods are useful. This is not one of those. This is where both of them are useful, or not useful, excuse me. And I wouldn't recommend anybody to use this thing. It's a very satisfying strong gun on its own, but I mean, literally any other legendary of the same archetype would be doing better with pretty much any other mods. I just simply do not see it doing well. And I tried my best. I slapped disturbance on it so that I got a little bit of burst, and obviously you could see the difference between what a good mod can do and a bad mod can do. And I found a lot more success out of that mod than I did the other one, for sure. So I wish this was a longer video. I wish I could say, hey, this gun is great, but honestly, it's not. Hey, I wish I could say the mod was great. It's not. So this is going to be one of those short and sweet ones. The Landlubber is one that I think needs a buff. I think the mines need a dramatic increase because, well, for starters, they take a while to proc and generally don't hit a lot of enemies. And even on a DPS build, it doesn't make up for it. I don't see it on an anomaly build. I just don't see any function. So either they need to make them detonate, immediately, or maybe set it so that they drop on the ground. So if I kill, if they're in a line like the enemies I just saw, I shoot them, they act as actual mines. They lay on the ground almost as traps, if you will. So make them stronger, make me shoot, and they drop the mines on the ground, and anybody that walks across them detonates the pack. I mean, there's some ways they could probably turn this into an absolutely amazing legendary. But as of right now, no, this isn't it. This is not a very good gun whatsoever. And I would not advise anybody to use it. You're just better off with pretty much any other ranged option in the game. I really want to see this one reworked. I want to see this mod viable and useful in some way. And I even gave a recommendation on towards how, if you guys are watching. Love you guys. Thanks for the game. But everybody else, thanks again for the time. Thanks for clicking on this one. I'll catch you with another legendary showcase soon, so subscribe. If you're new here, don't forget to tick that bell so you don't miss when those videos hit your sub box. Thanks again, guys. Good luck out there.